Hey, David from davidwygant.com. I'm joined with a good friend of mine right now who's going to help you understand how to date a great guy instead of dating a sloth. For those of you that remember the movie The Goonies, remember the movie The Goonies? There was this great character called Sloth. Well, this is Sloth right here. It was actually my Halloween mask that my daughter made me wear. There was a scene in there where Sloth finally expressed his emotion after being so caught up for so many years, being abused mentally, his mother not loving him enough, his mother literally dropping him on the head. You remember that scene? And they were on the boat, they were trying to find Goon Willie, and they finally did. And then Sloth was fighting with his Fratelli brothers, and they were talking back and forth. And one of them says, "Remember, I didn't drop you on the head, it was..." And then all of a sudden he looked and goes, "Mama!" And he remembered that Mama dropped him on the head. So then at that moment, Sloth literally jumped off the boat, found his friend Chunk, and at the end of the movie, he said, "Sloth loves junk." So how does the Goonies help you find a boyfriend? Very easily. Because a lot of these guys that you're dating, they're sloth. They really are. You see, you're a woman, you're more evolved, you've done a lot of self-help books, you've gone to women's seminars, you buy courses, you read, you have long discussions, and the problem is a lot of these guys, they're just sloth. Right, Slothy? Right? Nice teeth, buddy. What you need to realize is that he may have been dropped on his head one too many times. He may be a little slow when it comes down to romance and relationships. But if he's showing up on a daily basis, that's the type of guy that has boyfriend potential. You see, a lot of you date these men that are emotionally unavailable. A lot of you date these men that give you excuses why they don't want to see you. For instance, one of my favorite guy excuses ever of all times, and I've used it many times before, is, "I'm just too busy right now. I really can't have a relationship right now. I've got things to do with my kid, or I've got a lot of work stuff going on. But I'd like to see you one day every 2 weeks to just basically clean my pipes together." You see, when men do that, they're basically telling you in man language, you're not girlfriend material at all. You see, I don't really want to show up for you every single day because A, I don't think you're hot enough, B, I'm not really that excited about you, and C, just because I'm having sex with you, well, and you're giving it to me, willingly, doesn't really mean that I really want to be with you. But yet a lot of you hang on to that and you don't see the beauty of this man right here. You see Sloth right here. This man shows up. He's showing up for Chunk. Chunk's parents at the end of Goonies literally listened to Chunk go, "Sloth's going to live with us from here on in." He took Sloth in. So you need to find the inner sloth. You need to find the guy that just might have had a little bit of issues, but he shows up every day. He's forthright, he's open, he's honest about being a sloth. He literally asks you out and follows up by asking you out again. And he says what he means and means what he says, even though he just really doesn't have the full range of emotions yet because somebody just turned him upside down as a kid and maybe dropped him on his head one too many times. But he's there for you. And that's the type of guy you stick around with. That's the guy that you can actually throw a self-help book at and say, "Let's read it together." Or that's the type of guy that you can take to a David Wygant Love Blueprint seminar and he wants to go and learn. Or that's the type of man that is open to discussions with you, learning about what you want sexually, what you want emotionally. You see, Sloth is showing up on a daily basis because even though he was dropped on his head as a kid, he still craves love and desire. You see, those other men, those men that that you always want, that seem to just push you away, you see, that's not good. Because all those are Fratelli brothers. They're just trying to get what they can get and they're looking to move on. For the rest of you that want to learn how to find and unleash that inner sloth and be able to put them in a nice ponytail together and find a great guy, go to davidwygant.com, where there's free courses, lots of other articles written about how to find a great man, because I don't want to see you go down that wrong road again. I'll see you soon.